Hey guys, Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and we are back with our Final Fantasy I Pixel Remaster adventure, and we are braving the wide open ocean. We've opened up the canal that gets us out of this little inland sea, and it's time to go see what's out there. It's probably going to be more monsters, doom, gloom, but there may be treasure, and I think that's worth checking out. And who knows, maybe we'll actually finish a main story quest, as it were. I mean, I guess that was a main story thing to do, you know, opening up and giving ourselves access to the world at large. Though I was wondering how we were going to actually do a lot of stuff. And to be honest, if you played this originally, you probably were stuck in this inner sea for quite a while. Because knowing where to go, not the most obvious. Gonna put it out there. Now we don't have to go far. I'm just gonna go just over here. Though these sharks are really trying to make sure that we can't go over there. And one of them is trying to run away. All right. Apparently the sharks are more afraid of us now. Well, thankfully it's just sharks. I don't think there's any were sharks out there. I don't intend on finding out. So let's keep moving. A bit of money, and away we go. So we're going to go to here. Welcome to Melmond, where everything's falling apart. Restore the crystals to grace. The vampire attacked, destroying our church and leaving our city in shambles. Is there nothing we can do to stop the ruination of the earth? Probably not. It's a gravestone. No. Restore the... I mean, yeah. In the cave on the southern tip of this continent lives a man named Sada. He is a wise man that knows much. What's is my name? I come all the way from Dwergar to find out the springhead of the Earth's decay, which must be over here. This must have been the church, or what was left of it. Apparently we're going to have to deal with this slight, minor vampire problem. Just stop at my father's shop, okay? Who's your father? What does he sell? Is it useful for me? Do I want a spell? I do want spells. I can only buy one. Teleports party to previous floor. Now, in theory, that would be a great thing. If we... Yeah, no. If we had enough castings, maybe. Scourge would be great if it procced enough. Potentially useful, but yeah, we're going to grab Fyra. That's the only thing we can grab. We're going to probably need to make some money in the near future. Yeah, I can't shop at anybody's shop right now, honey. I am kind of broke. Alright, so our goal, so that's our current location, is to go to the south. I think. It's one of these two locations. Alright, so let's go over here. Now we're fighting lesser tigers. That's okay, I suppose. Unless they actually do enough damage to burn through their armor, which is bad. We're about the levels, so that's good. Let's go down here and let's see what's here. More wargwolves. Apparently they have spread throughout the continent and have become a blight on civilization. Good to know. I guess we'll just have to do what we can to stop them from being a threat or hazard. Might have to put up signs and warnings. Don't feed the wargwolves, because they will continue to breed, and there will be more of them, and they will probably try to eat you. Agility is nice, and so is stamina, but maybe some strength would be great. Okay, we're just gonna not get much. Alright, so in theory, there's a guy that hangs out here. I think we're okay. All right. We'll save our game. And in we go. I keep saying, you know, I really like this theme in this place, and that's true in pretty much every area we go. All right. There's our stairs that go down. Do I necessarily need to check for treasure in here? I'm not 100% sure. Minotaurs. Excellent. This isn't a maze. What are you doing here? Trying to hit me in the head or bonk me. That's what. And I'm not impressed. Alright, one of them is down, the other one is still alive. Key! I know what he's gonna say. We're still going further down, or are we going to that door? So we can either go down there or through that door. Way will get us there, so let's make a break for it. This is a area, a couple of the areas in here, at least in the original version, and some of the later versions as well, have some ridiculous encounter spots, including a section where, I don't know if it's this cave or the next one that we have to go to, where the encounters would happen in every step. Like you could have an encounter every step or every 2 steps. Which, if you recount some of the things we talked about the original game and some of the challenges in the original game, that was potentially run-ending, you know, and may have very well, if you actually got this far, which means you would have to figure out all the different things you had to do to get to here, you had to survive that. And when you start getting some tough foes like Hillgigas and the like, that can get a little harrowing as you go further down. Especially because money is an issue. You know, like I'm short on money here myself, and we have better money drop rates in this, and a lot of stuff is actually more inexpensive compared to the original game. But when it takes our entire party to take down one guy, just be warned, that's how dangerous it can get down here. Now, I bought potions. I'm going to end up using a good chunk of these potions down here, and we'll need to resupply. And take into account that in the original version, you didn't have this handy-dandy map to figure out where the heck you know. Oh, poison could be another problem. That's good to know. At least those guys can kill one of those in a hit, so that's a positive. Being poisoned, however, is not a positive. And this is why I should have spread out how they attacked. That's my bad. They don't do much damage, but when they're poisoning you, that doesn't matter. Well, at least our black mage. Oh, no, wait, he is poisoned. Damn it. Did I buy enough? I did not buy enough of these, so next chance we get, we're gonna buy a whole lot more. Guys, you're in the way. Please, let me through. An Ogre Chief is an active problem. A group of Ogre Chiefs is worse, but at the very least. Deal with this. A single Minotaur is not a problem. I'm less worried about a single Minotaur. Oh, hello, sir? I guess I actually wanted to go here, apparently. That hurt. Please don't do that. We're not particularly doing a lot of damage to him. Just don't. Okay, good. Leather shield. 5,000 kill. Alright, so that's not terrible. Cobras, I think they poison as well, so this is going to be lovely. Okay, one of them running away is not terribly up. There we go, there's the poison. Actually okay with some of them running away. How long are our antidotes going to last for us? That's going to be the question here. I have a problem with multiple ogre chiefs. That's way too many chiefs in the kitchen here, guys. The damage potential here is not comforting. I want to avoid that, if we can help it. Please don't hit him. Oh, what the heck? What did I do to deserve this? Oh, we completely skipped 4th level spells. Whoops. Alright, fire! Fire at the ball! Okay, one of them's gonna run away. Another's gonna try to fight us. No mummies. What the hell? Alright, we're gonna try to survive this and not get put to sleep, hopefully. Need our fighters to get some hits in before they get put to sleep. Otherwise, oh, that's actually worse than I thought. I can't kill them in a single hit. That's bad. That is very bad. Okay, one of them fled. I'm just gonna say one of them flee. It's not how words work. Alright, let's check our map. There's a few doors. That one goes to there, okay. I do have to check where the item treasures that I want. There's certain items that will sorry, train of thought. Certain items that we can use, or weapons and gear that we can use outside of wearing them. And they can actually provide additional item or additional spell casting, including healing. And those are going to be our best friend. Those are going to allow us to cast more attack spells. We are definitely going to cast a fire spell here because we're going to need it. I have ethers, so we should be okay. Here we go. We're perfectly okay with him doing that. That's not a terrible level. It was a bad one for our white mage. No, that was a decent one for our black mage, though. Doesn't really need strength, but we'll take it. One chest. Okay. Sometimes the front of chests have encounter plates, so you can end up pulling an encounter by stepping on that spot. Now, depending on what the enemy is, some of them are actually good level spots because they can actually provide a decent amount of experience if enough of them show up. And because you can plan for that particular encounter, you can kind of just keep going with it. I'm not super familiar with that. I know there are speedrunners that use these plates to level against certain enemies at certain points in the playthrough so that they can ignore the rest of encounters and run from most other fights. But that's the extent of what I know of that. So, if you do know about that kind of stuff, feel free to let me know in the comments below about where the good places to do that are, because I'm all for learning a little bit more about that. Alright, I don't think it's this door. Oh no, more Pisco demons. We Piscoed them off. Power staff isn't living up to the hype there, Dante. What are you doing? We could use some healing, though. I fell for it. No! That hurt. Please don't do that again. I said please don't do that. Oh my goodness, almost 100 damage. It's definitely not what I signed up for. Stab it. Stab it. Okay, yeah. Not the best reward for getting beaten in the face by an earth elemental, but sure. I don't know how I feel about the group of ogre chiefs, but sure. At least we got a round to kind of soften a lot of them up before they got a chance to really hit us, so... But then they decided to go first. Oh, actually, as long as they hit those two, we're doing okay. I will need better armor. I get the feeling this is our vampire. We can quick save. We're going to. Let's do it. All things in this world are destined to end in death. The seal cannot be broken, and and so the earth shall rot. You cannot alter destiny. Mere mortals cannot kill the undying. You okay, buddy? Well, I took you calling us mere mortals personally, so eat that. Eat Fire-Aga. Or paralyze him. Excellent. Please hurt him a lot. There we go. Oh, he regenerates every round. I'm hoping I don't need to do any healing because, yeah. Oh, that's 2 Oh, good. Oh, that was 2 paralyzed. That could have only gotten worse from there. What's this about? Undying? Yeah, get bent, sir. Ooh, Star Ruby. I wonder what that's going to be used for. Either way, we're going to go this way. And I don't like this at all. What's with the... Well, I guess when there's a vampire there, explains all the undead. Please stop. No, don't do it. Excuse me. We were in the middle of getting out of here. We just want to leave you guys in peace. But instead, I'm going to light you on fire. And we're just going to get the heck out of here. Evil force seems to emanate from within. Do I have to come back here later? Can I escape? I don't have a way out. Well, guess what? We're going to find our way out on our next episode of Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster, where we fought a vampire, we got a Star Ruby, now we got to get the way out of here, and we're going to see how that goes. Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. If you like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel and check out some of the other stuff that we have here. We're going to have a ton of playthroughs, lots of top 10s, tip videos, and a whole heck of a lot more. Have fun, keep gaming, and I will see you guys again next time.